What happens when a lifelong teetotaler who loves Big Macs, well-done steak, and 12 cans of Diet Coke a day sits down for Christmas? You might picture caviar towers and chefs tasting menus, but the Trump Christmas table is stranger and more familiar than you think. It's part spectacle, part nostalgia, and anchored by one curveball dish that always sparks whispers. Tonight, we're walking into Mar-a-Lago at Christmas, gold light, white linens, and a menu that mixes billionaire shine with drive-through soul. Before you can understand Trump's Christmas table, you have to understand his everyday appetite. Because it's not about fine dining. It's about control, consistency, and comfort. His diet is a study in ritual. 2 Big Macs, 2 Filet-O-Fish, chocolate shake, and Diet Coke. 12 cans a day, always chilled, always poured fresh. He doesn't drink alcohol, a rule born from tragedy. His brother Fred's battle with addiction. So Diet Coke isn't just a habit, it's his vice, energy source, and trademark all in one. Then comes the contrast. Melania. While Donald orders drive-through classics, she lives on organic ingredients, salads, fruit, and Mediterranean lightness. She's the counterbalance, refined, quiet, and health-focused. And every Christmas, those two worlds, the indulgent and the elegant, collide on one extravagant table. Every December, Mar-a-Lago transforms into a real-life movie set, a blend of Palm Beach luxury and Trump brand theater. It's not just a Christmas dinner, it's a statement. Massive gold-trimmed trees rise from the marble floors. Garlands twist up the grand staircase like veins of emerald and light. The chandeliers, worth more than some homes, scatter warm reflections across champagne glasses and silver plates. Outside, palm trees shimmer with white lights that stretch all the way to the gates. And inside, a string quartet alternates between Christmas classics and Sinatra ballads. Guests arrive in waves. Billionaires, family friends, political allies, and an occasional Hollywood wildcard. It's not just dinner, it's a network in motion. Photographers hover near the entrance. Every handshake, every laugh, every toast is both private moment and public image. Donald Trump sits at the head of the table, sharp suit, red tie, that familiar confidence radiating like stage lighting. On his right, Melania, elegant, composed, the calm to his energy. Across from them, Barron, now towering over both, representing a quieter generation of the family. Every detail is deliberate. The cutlery gleams with precision, the napkins folded in the shape of crowns, and each plate arrives like a piece of art. Yet, beneath the gold and grandeur, there's something strikingly simple. Familiar dishes, nostalgic aromas, and that unmistakable Diet Coke can sitting beside crystal glassware like a signature prop. The Mar-a-Lago Christmas isn't just a family gathering. It's a yearly performance where power, comfort, and spectacle blend into a single tableau. Every guest knows they aren't just attending a dinner. They're witnessing a ritual, one that turns tradition into television and nostalgia into branding. The meal begins the way every Trump event does. Bold, oversized, and unmistakably American. As the first course rolls out, it's not foie gras or caviar towers that steal the show. It's presentation. Silver platters glide across the long white tablecloths, carried by a team of uniformed waiters. Each dish mirrors the Mar-a-Lago philosophy. Make it grand, make it familiar, make it memorable. The evening typically opens with a seafood statement. Towering trays of Maine lobster, jumbo shrimp, and oysters on ice, served beside sharp cocktail sauce and lemon wedges polished to perfection. It's the kind of dish that says luxury without trying too hard. Indulgent, photogenic, and unmistakably Trump. Then comes the warm-up course, a refined lobster bisque or crab starter, smooth, creamy, and rich enough to leave an impression. You'll find guests sipping slowly, pausing to talk, cameras flashing. But that's where Melania's influence sneaks in. Light Mediterranean-style salads, roasted vegetables brushed with olive oil, and a few Slovenian-inspired touches that soften the American excess with European grace. One of her traditions, potica, a spiced nut roll from her homeland, sometimes appears on the bread tray, a quiet reminder that even in the Trump world, subtlety still has a seat at the table. The opening dishes at the Trump Christmas table do more than feed, they announce. They tell every guest, you're not just at a dinner, you're inside an empire. When the main course arrives, it's pure Trump. No vegan tasting menus, no culinary experiments, just steak, done his way. Always well done, always paired with ketchup. For Christmas, the cut of choice is often a prime rib or Angus ribeye, served alongside potato gratin, buttered asparagus, and a glass of Napa Valley Cabernet for guests, though Donald himself sticks to Diet Coke, ice cold and fizzing like clockwork. Each plate gleams under the chandelier light, every dish placed with military precision. Even the aroma feels calculated, rich, heavy, familiar, a reminder that in Trump's world, comfort is the ultimate luxury. The meal isn't just food, it's a declaration. Predictability is power. If Donald's plate represents power, Melania's plate represents balance. She brings elegance to excess, a touch of Europe in a world of indulgence. Her side of the table is lined with lighter dishes, fresh salads, grilled fish, and roasted vegetables dressed in olive oil. Her signature holiday dessert, potica, is a family tradition, a warm, nut-filled roll that contrasts beautifully with the heavy American feast beside it. Melania's influence softens the evening. Her attention to presentation, her preference for organic ingredients, and her quiet presence brings sophistication to the chaos. In a dinner defined by dominance, she reminds everyone that luxury doesn't have to shout. At Mar-a-Lago, Christmas isn't just a holiday, it's a production. The guest list reads like a Forbes cover. CEOs, senators, entertainers, and loyal Trump insiders. The driveway gleams with Rolls-Royces and Maybachs, each one paused under the golden arches of the entrance for photographers waiting to catch a glimpse. As guests enter the grand ballroom, the scent of pine and polished marble fills the air. The chandeliers drip with light, and the band at the far end plays smooth jazz versions of Christmas classics. Everyone knows this isn't just dinner, it's a statement of relevance. Donald Trump doesn't simply host, he commands the room like a general. Every conversation seems to orbit around him. The way guests lean in, laugh louder, and raise their glasses just slightly higher when he speaks. He's done this for decades, but every year it still feels like the world is watching. Melania's role in this spectacle is quieter, deliberate. Her elegance shapes the tone, refined, composed, the perfect counterbalance to Trump's magnetism. She glides through conversations with a practiced smile, always polished, always aware of the cameras that follow her like shadows. For the guests, this dinner is more than an invitation. It's a signal. Being seen here means belonging to a world where power wears a tuxedo and influence tastes like caviar and ribeye. Deals are hinted at between courses, allegiances formed over dessert. As the night deepens, laughter grows louder, wine glasses empty slower, and the ballroom hums with the electricity of people who know they're part of something exclusive. Because here, under the glittering lights of Mar-a-Lago, Christmas isn't just a celebration, it's a performance of empire. As the night unfolds and the spotlight fades from the ballroom, the Trumps slip into a quieter rhythm, their private Christmas rituals. Behind the marble walls and away from flashing cameras, it's just family. They gather near the grand tree in the main hall, the one decorated each year with golden ornaments and red ribbons matching the Trump brand colors. Gift exchanges are simple but symbolic. Luxury watches, jewelry, and handwritten notes sealed in gold envelopes. Barron, often quiet in public, becomes the center of attention for a moment. Every dish at the Trump Christmas table tells a story, not just about taste, but about identity. The steak and ketchup speak of predictability and power. The lobster and champagne whisper luxury and legacy. Melania's lighter dishes nod to discipline and elegance, softening the edges of excess. Together, they form a portrait of the Trump brand itself. Bold, traditional, indulgent, yet tightly controlled. It's a meal that mirrors his empire, simple at its core, extravagant in its execution, and built to be remembered. Even the setting, gold plates, white linens, and the distant hum of applause feels symbolic. Because for Trump, food isn't just nourishment, it's a message. This is what success looks like when the final toast is raised and the guests drift into the night. The chandeliers dim, but the image lingers. Christmas at Mar-a-Lago isn't just another holiday dinner. It's the annual reminder that power for the Trumps is a lifestyle. It's where politics, family, and spectacle blend into one golden reflection. A moment designed to be remembered, photographed, and retold. The music fades, the lights soften, and yet the message remains clear. In the world of Donald Trump, even celebrating celebration is strategy. And for millions watching from afar, the curiosity never fades. Because behind the tinsel and tradition lies the real question: where does the performance end and the man begin? If you made it this far, don't forget, subscribe to Luxrish for more cinematic deep dives into the world's most powerful, most secretive, and most fascinating lives.